Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are reviewing Fountain of Youth from ITV, I think it is, or Apple TV, or whatever the fuck it's called. So essentially, what this movie is, it is a treasure kind of hunting thing. It gives National Treasure kind of vibes, and I think Sahara. It's like those are like old school movies. That's the vibe it gave me, from watching. It's I guess similar kind of vibe. So essentially, the plot of the movie is there's a guy who is sick and he's dying, and he does research in on how can he cure himself, and then he does a little bit of digging on the Fountain of Youth, and he realizes, hey, this thing could exist, but he only has money. He's rich. He's super fucking rich. So he enlists help from Luke Purdue. I'm reading a thing over here in the front on the characters. From a guy called Luke, okay? And essentially what Luke is known for is his dad was a great treasure hunter. And essentially Luke and his sister used to do these treasure hunts with the father until the father passed away. And now Luke is kind of like the main guy in the team. Like, he took over from his dad, he's the head of the team, and he does all the treasure hunts. But he does it slightly more different, he has his own style. His dad did it just for the adventure and just to find the artifacts. When he found them, he kind of left them there. Luke does it a little bit differently. He kind of tries to make some money off the stuff. Hence why he takes the job from the rich guy to find the Fountain of Youth. But he can't, he ends up not really being able to figure out the One Piece, so he ropes his sister back into it. Charlotte, to essentially help find the Fountain of Youth. And that is basically the whole story. They go through, like I said, if you watch Treasure Hunts, the National Treasure or Sahara, there's all these little riddles and puzzles that they do, and they try to figure out all these like diagrams and everything, these patterns that the clues have got to add it up to get a map, and you go here and then you go down there and then you go. That's essentially what it is. I personally do like these kind of it's like an adventure kind of mystery kind of thing. I like them. I don't think we've had many, recently we haven't had movies like this. I do think it's probably because back then it was a very popular kind of genre when it popped up. Like I said, National Treasure. I think National Treasure had like 3 movies. They were all bangers. They bang. I think there's also one called Inferno. That was also pretty good. So I don't know if we just haven't got these because the world has kind of been drained with ideas and just no one is thinking of these ideas, which the movie industry is dry. The well is dry. Like, these people cannot think of any good ideas. But anyway, that's a topic for maybe another day. Back onto the review. The cast. I think the cast was very good. I do think the side characters and the rest of the cast was okay. I do think Luke and Charlotte make those characters make the show. They are 2 of the main characters, but they make the show entertaining. Now, Luke is played by John Krasinski. If you don't know John Krasinski, he's from The Office. He's Jim from The Office. That's where I know him from. So if you don't know The Office, then tough shit. And then Charlotte's played by Natalie Portman. You should know who Natalie Portman is. She's played in a fuckload of movies, but yeah, I think they play their characters extremely well. I think that if they didn't land their characters, the show would have been a lot worse. There's some lines of comedy from Luke's character, which it's not the best comedy, but I think it kind of suits the character that he's playing, so it's okay. What would I give this out of 10? I think a fair score is 6 out of 10. I think that's a fair score to give it. It's not, like I said, it's not the best mystery adventure treasure hunting thing that I've ever seen, but I also do think it's the idea of the world is not drained. I'm gonna give a little spoiler warning here because I'm gonna talk about the actual Fountain of Youth. It's not that fucking great. It's it kind of, when you get there, it kind of makes them look like they kind of have like water bending powers. That's kind of what it looks like. But when they find it, I don't know. It's just the whole like the scene. They don't really use like, usually with these shows when they like figure the mystery out, it's all got like little tricks and neat stuff. This is very like, ooh, it's ancient powers here. And also, just to stay on like the spoiler thing, like Luke's character has visions of what the outcome can have, like what can happen by finding the Fountain of Youth, which I thought was stupid, because how does he, like, why does he have this link to the Fountain of Youth? It's really stupid. I don't know why they did that. It's a weird one. He has like two visions that he has during the, like, the whole like flying to a different country to get the next step of this, basically this call from this vision of like, oh, what's gonna happen or what could happen. I don't know why they did that. I think it's stupid. They do also reference it's because he touched some artifact that him and his dad were hunting, and apparently that was a cursed thing. But they don't really mention how that links to the Fountain of Youth. So, stupid. But I don't know. Maybe if you guys have seen it, let me know in the comments down below. Maybe it flew over my head. Maybe I'm just too stupid to understand that one. But let me know in the comments down below. But anyway, that I think that's gonna be where I leave the review for Fountain of Youth. I think it was a good watch. 6 out of 10. If you haven't seen it, go see it. That's gonna be it. See you in the next one. Peace.